People, I hope y'all enjoying this beautiful day. Just got a quick word I want to drop on y'all real quick. In John chapter 9, there was a young man. He was blind, and Jesus spit on the ground, and he took the spit and he mixed it with the sand, and he made mud, and he took the mud and he placed it on the young man's eyes. And when he placed it on the young man's eyes, he told the young man to go wash. And when the young man went washed, he gained his sight. You can read the story in details. It's John chapter 9. Y'all see my gray hair? I got more than that. Y'all see that dandruff too? Sure. But anyway, many of us, we are still walking around blind simply because we don't want the mud. But see, the mud is meant for your miracle. See, a lot of us don't want the dirt. We don't want the pain. We don't want to go through the things that it takes in life in order for us to gain what God intended for us. But a lot of times it takes tears for your biggest blessing. Sometimes it takes your greatest hurt, brings your greatest miracles. We don't want the mud, but we want the miracle. When God is trying to show us something, God will never put dirt on you or anything on you that's not meant for your good, that's not meant to bring a positive outcome. He wants to see you successful. He wants to see you make it. So you need to get what you need to get out of the dirt. See, sometimes we focus more on the mud than the miracle. Some of my biggest blessings came after some of my greatest pain. But in everything you gain an understanding. And I tell you no lie, God don't want to just bless you. He got so many things in store for you, and that's why your pain is the way it is. That's why he uses the mud. That's why he uses the dirt. Because the dirt is what brings understanding. Some things you went through in life made you look at life totally different. Some things you went through in life, now you have a greater understanding, a greater appreciation, a greater compassion for life, simply because of the mud, simply because of the dirt, simply because when you were at your lowest or your low or your hurtest points is when God spoke to you the most, gave you a clear mind, gave you a clear way of thinking, gave you a clear way of understanding and speaking, watching who you surround yourself with, watching what you say and what you do. See, the lesson that you gain through your pain is what God intended. Many times we don't see it at that moment, but now you can look back over your life and say, my God, thank you for the rainy days. Thank you for the mud, because now I'm not blind. Now I can see. I have gained some of the greatest insights after thinking about my greatest pain, after going over details of the gruesome things that I've been through and the hurt that I've been through. I'm like, okay, my God, look at the understanding I have now. Look at how my eyes are really open, how I'm wide awoke, how I can't be deceived and manipulated. That's what I've gained through my pain. The mud that I go through, once it's washed, I see things clearly now. But I couldn't see stuff clearly before the mud was placed on me. I didn't see how selfish I probably was being. I didn't see how one way I was being. I didn't see how weak and feeble and easily manipulated I was because of the pain, because of my blindness. But when I went through my storm, when I went through the mud, when the mud was placed on my eyes, and then I washed and I was able to see what God truly had for me, it changed my life. Many of us don't want the mud, and a lot of us don't want to go wash. See, a lot of us like to dwell in the pain and dwell in the mud, dwell in the dirt, dwell in the hurt. And God is like, no. I put you through this so when you come out of this, when you wash it off, you will be greater. Once you are tried through the fire, you come out as pure gold. Many of us have not gained the true compassion that we should have, simply because we haven't washed it off. The mud, we haven't washed it off. Once I brought you through the hurt, go wash off the hurt and you'll gain a greater sense of forgiveness. Once I bring you through the tears, go wash off the tears and you'll appreciate days with no tears like you never did. See, a lot of times we don't appreciate our parents until they're gone, until we cry behind them, until it's hurt. Sometimes we don't show people appreciation until we hurt them or until they're gone, until they're not in our lives. That pain brings a different understanding. God meant it for your good. He didn't mean it for you bad, he meant it for your good. Don't look at your situation, look at where it's leading you. Nobody told me the road would be easy, but I know he didn't bring me this far to leave me. I know there's a lesson in this pain. I know there's a lesson in this mud. I know when I wash, I'm coming out stronger. I'm coming out greater. And at 30 years of age, I can say I see things clearly. I can say that I thank God for the wisdom that I gained. I thank God for the understanding that I gained. But it took my pain for that gain. I would still be stuck in a way of thinking if it wasn't for that kind of hurt. So I'm grateful. Go wash.